interview.
I
We're on.
gotta put it on for me.
Okay. Where we started. 3, 2, 1, action.
Oh, hi.
Good one. Good one.
I can't find it.
Alright. You can't find Brawls and you can't find our own channel? Can't believe you didn't have it saved already.
I found it. One viewer, me.
We just started, alright? Give it a second. I
Hi.
gotta send the link out.
Okay, there we
Alright. See? Now we got a second viewer. Carla's over there with it on loud volume so we hear ourselves again.
go. That was me.
That's bro, you turned it on with loud volume? You're not even watching us. You're here and you're not even watching.
So it goes out to all the real fans.
How do I share
And
this?
all real fans from Brazil.
Boom. Okay, so I go here. Boom. We're live.
Alright.
Oh, I sent it to the wrong one. I sent it to the Japanese group chat. That's like 40 people.
Well, you know what? They should watch it.
They should watch anyway.
All 40 of them.
I wonder who would join from there.
Don't care.
Who else am I texting this to? Alright.
If I didn't,
Smash.
if I didn't drop out of my Muay Thai group, I would have posted it there. But I dropped.
You still want to post it and be like, hey guys, I'm not coming back, but
No, I was like, hey guys, I don't train with you guys anymore. But
watch our YouTube video.
come watch me
because
drink
it's-
beer.
and talk shit about fighters.
Talk shit. Alright, well, everybody, welcome to Brawls and Brews.
Welcome to Brawls and Brews.
Bras and Bros.
Today we've got ourselves a fine lager.
Fine lager. We have Abita, Louisiana-based brewery. Got Purple Haze, delicious raspberry lager. It's got a nice fruity taste, nice balanced lager taste. You know, I like this beer.
The green screen takes a little bit away.
Oh yeah, that's okay. And I'll be moving to nearby this brewery soon, so I'm going to give you guys the inside scoop next time.
Why would you say that on national television?
Dude, the fans need to know.
The fans need to know that you're leaving the show.
All 6.5 of them.
Or am I gonna have you call in?
Yeah, we're gonna
for
do
the
we're gonna
little
do the
YouTube
Skype. Yeah, the
thing I did,
Skype.
little Skype one.
If anything, you'll set up like a sex doll and then just have like an iPad taped to its face, and I'll be
Have you on it.
I'll be on there.
Hey, that's better. That
Yeah.
sounds good. Okay. We're still sending out for people to watch us.
Exactly. For those of you joining in, welcome.
Welcome.
We love you.
I don't know, Carla.
I
you're
know
you're
that,
on
guys.
comment detail.
Would you like to read comments?
Are people commenting? Where are fans?
Would you like to read that, Carla?
Read our fans' comments.
It's really fun, I promise.
Kevin's listening. Kevin's in. He gets a big shout out.
What's up, Kevin?
Follow him too. That's the cow.
Is the cow, Kevin?
Twitch live, Ovine Overlord, I think. Bovine.
Ovine. Ovaltine.
Ovaltine
Overlord.
Overboard.
Overboard.
That's what it is.
I don't know what's happening anymore.
Kevin said he can call in, so
Nice.
we'll have you call in.
I don't know what that
Not
means.
today, because we don't have it set up, and this
No.
took forever anyway.
We don't have. I don't even know how we would do that.
So, is that everybody? Did I
Sure.
take care of everyone?
I think it's fine. You know what? That's fine.
Yeah, why not? Should I send it to my work, my supervisor?
You know, whatever you're feeling.
Just tell him like, hey, I'm drinking beer.
I'm literally
talking about fighting.
Literally don't tell anybody about this. My parents know about it, and then they asked me not to swear so much last time because I said like
Did you
one
really?
curse word. Yeah. Like, they're like,
Yeah.
they're like,
Okay, that I did
if there's a young guy who wants to get into beer and fighting, you might be setting a bad example for him. I'll be like,
True.
whatever.
A teen,
Listen,
a young adolescent. You're just a bad
This
example.
is 18. If this podcast is 21.
What's even
and up,
on your shirt? That's probably some
it's
devil stuff.
It is some devil stuff.
Don't say that. What you were gonna say? Don't say it was that.
What?
Were you gonna say it was a?
No.
Okay.
It's the Swamp Island honey.
Swamp
the
Island.
honey,
that's why I
honey
got that
Island
wrong.
Swamp Monster.
Finish
for
the
those
SW
For those of you
words, the bad
cryptozoology
ones.
fans.
We're not getting demonetized yet.
Yeah, so this is actually a cryptozoology channel now. We're going to be talking about the Swamp Island, Honey Island Swamp Monster.
Yes, and dirt and
Of
bees.
Louisiana. I'm
That's
actually
what we're
allergic to
best known
bees, so
for.
I'm
Beer?
allergic to bees.
Oh, were you allergic?
I'm moderately allergic to bees. I'm a beekeeper. For those of you in the podcast who
Well,
don't
yeah.
know, I was getting
Let's
into
fill in
beekeeping.
the people that are listening.
Alright, so I
'cause
was getting
Kevin
into
might be.
beekeeping. I was about to go hardcore into beekeeping, like go to Africa and keep bees there. And I had a really moderate. I'd never been stung before, like a month ago. A month ago, I got stung. It was fine. Everyone's first reaction.
I got stung. No, he
Yeah.
stung himself.
Yeah, well, I was looking to get stung, because you want to find out if you're allergic or not. If you're gonna be keeping bees, you gotta find out. So I bothered bees, and they stung me.
Are
as a
you
result.
not able to keep bees if you're
I
allergic?
can, but the thing is,
Yeah.
I can
You
literally.
wear a suit. For a
I wear
reason.
I wear a suit. I always wear a suit, but the thing is, you wanna for those of you who don't know, like pro beekeepers, you go in without gloves, because that way you can manipulate the hives better. You can flow with the bees better. But so I try to do that because I wanted to get
flow
good
state.
in the flow state.
We'll bring in some
state
Tony
of mind.
Ferguson.
Oh,
bring
yeah.
in some MMA into
Exactly.
it.
So then you do it without the gloves. But so I was doing that, and I got stung. I was like, fuck, it was fine, like no reaction. Like I got kind of swollen on my
Yeah,
finger.
wasn't that bad.
But then the next week I got stung again, like 3 times, because I tried to go without gloves again. And dude, that one was fucking bad. Like it swole up. Like my arm swole up. Like I looked like the Michelin Man. I couldn't close my right hand. Like there was like a red. And this is the thing is, I looked at the symptoms, and I read some papers, and that's what's called like a large localized reaction, where you have it's like swelling more than 10 centimeters from the point of sting. It's like redness. My arms are like red and warm and itchy, and all of those are symptoms of a localized large reaction. And when you have that reaction, according to these papers, you have a 5 to 10% chance. It's not a science channel. There's a 5 to 10% chance that the next bee sting, that each subsequent bee sting you'll have will be like a systemic reaction.
And
which
it gets like worse.
Yeah, it's like anaphylactic shock.
Okay.
So I don't want to die. I don't like those
True.
chances. So I'm like, fuck that. I'll just grow bananas. I love them anyway. I love them with the same intensity.
Now, in Africa,
In Africa,
their bees are worse, right? They got some killer bees.
No, those are the same bees that are like bad. When the bees are bad here, those are the worst bees in Africa. You know what I mean?
Don't they have one like killer bee, like African killer?
Yeah, but we have those here too sometimes.
Do we really?
Yeah.
What are they called?
They're all
here?
over South America. They're just
Not
honeybees, but they're
African.
called Africanized or killer bees.
So honeybees
They're
are
aggressive
deadly?
as fuck. Yeah, what do you mean?
I didn't know honeybees.
They kill more
I
people.
thought honeybees
think
were good.
they're good, but they kill more people than I think any other animal every year
What about
in
mosquitoes?
the U.S. No, you're right. Mosquitoes are for sure number one.
Yeah,
globally.
they gotta be.
They are.
do the disease
I know for
shit.
sure they are, and then honeybees are like somewhere along in that top 10
Wow.
because they actually kill a lot of people.
So we're now turning to
Anti-bees.
become an anti-bee.
So yeah, dude,
channel.
bees, go fuck yourselves. Don't sting me
We
again.
can fucking get out of here.
Don't
You
sting
do
me.
that to my bird, you're
Exactly.
done. We're
No
gonna kill
more.
you all.
I'm gonna keep native bees. Thank you.
All right. Well, that brings us
On
to
to
the
the fights.
beginning of UFC Fight Night 151.
Oh, yes. I remember ESPN 9.
Who's the commentator?
From Emma.
It's Emma.
She says, "What honeybees are killer bees?"
Yes.
Just
Question mark.
Yes.
any bee that's technically any bee can be a killer bee. If you get stung and you're allergic, that bee has just killed you because you're dead.
Yes.
Get your EpiPen. Go to the hospital.
Also,
As
if you're
soon as you can.
referring to Killer Bee from Naruto, the eight-tailed Jinchuriki,
No one is.
he's also not a honeybee. He's a fish.
Oh, dude,
He's an octopus.
Did you ever
man.
meet Andrew from Columbus? He was like the dark-skinned trumpet player.
No.
He's a good friend of mine, dude. He just had his senior jazz recital at FIU. He's graduated. He had his senior
Oh,
recital.
I probably wrote this news article about him. I just wrote a news article a couple
Killer
days
Bee?
ago. Nope.
Oh.
But about a jazz music recital that happened, and it was some seniors that were finishing up, and they
Yeah.
did it for their project.
Well, dude, one of his songs.
I was in charge of that.
Sure,
and I don't
well-
know anything about it.
One of his songs he was at Columbus. Now he's at FIU.
Okay.
He just graduated from FIU. Andrew Emmengore, shout out. But one of his songs. So he played like these classic jazz songs that everybody knows,
Mhm.
and he played this. He made 2 songs. One's about his mom, very sweet sentiment. The other was about Killer Bee in
Killer
Naruto. He was like,
Bee.
I love this character. He told
Really?
in the audience, he was like dressed up like to the nines, very professional. He's like, I love anime. A lot of my friends make fun of me for it. I wrote this song about this character I really liked in Naruto.
Well, he's a
Killer
fantastic
Bee.
character. He's a rapper.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
dude, he started off the jazz with like a sound bite from the Killer Bee, like rapping or talking or something, and then he started,
Konoyo, Bokoroyo.
yeah, I don't know,
That's
it was in
one
English,
of his lines.
but then he
He
got into
put the
it.
English Killer Bee?
I don't know. I guess it was.
Hell.
I don't think the audience knows Japanese.
Well, you're still repping, Andrew,
I
so
don't-
you're good.
It
You
was,
get a shout
dude,
out.
it was a good song too. It was good jazz. All right, but on to the fights. 'Cause
Well, there's only a couple fights. That's why
Mhm.
we're just talking shit today.
Yeah.
And only a couple fighters we care about.
Exactly.
So we're skipping the first two on the main card.
Except for
of
Walt Harris.
UFC 151. We're gonna talk about Walt Harris.
But not much. 'Cause
Not
there's
much.
to talk about.
No. So Walt Harris is his last fight was against Andre.
Yeah,
Arlovski.
split decision win. Dude, Walt
But
Harris.
his fight before that,
Yeah.
do
He
you
knocked
remember
out
who it
Daniel
was?
Spitz, who's this tall, trailer park looking guy. And then
Um,
before that, I think he actually was disqualified because he dongoed. That is the technical term.
Dongoed.
Yeah, he dongoed Mark Godbeer,
Okay.
the man with the coolest name in the business. He dongoed him because he kneed him in the groin, and then as the ref was like hey, and Mark Godbeer was like, my groin. He kicked him in the head, and he fell
Walt
to his
Harris
knees.
did?
Yeah, Walt Harris kicked him the fuck in the head, and dude, Mark Godbeer was like, he collapsed because
Yeah.
he got kicked in the head, and then.
Did they let the fight keep going?
No,
Did
they disqualified it because he couldn't keep fighting because he got
Well, they
shinned in the head.
disqualified Mark. Or
No, they disqualified Walt Harris after
Oh,
after
okay.
pulling that
Alright.
shenanigans. He got disqualified. My God.
So then, are we on Team Harris or no?
Dude, the thing I don't know anything about Sergey Spivak.
Yeah, that's
Um,
why we're not talking about.
I
it,
looked
like,
up
in
some-
general.
I looked
have
up some
no idea.
Russian-
Didn't want to
yeah.
look at him.
I looked up
really.
some Russian fighter. I thought I was watching Sergey Spivak, and then I realized that this was heavyweight, and the fighter I was looking at was lightweight.
Thanks,
but-
Francis.
Thank you, Francis.
Francis complimented our background.
Oh, thank you. Yes, it's like Hot Ones, right? That's what Andrew said.
It is like hot.
It's
ones.
like we're like Hot Ones.
Holy shit,
We're the
we
hot
are
ones
hot ones of
of
MMA.
MMA.
Oh my god, new name.
Exactly.
New name.
You're Sean because you're the handsome white guy, and then
Okay, cool.
I'm your wacky guest.
Which
celebrity
Which
guest.
celebrity guest would you be?
I'd be
Terry
Rachel
Crews.
Ray.
No, Terry Crews.
I like Rachel Ray a little more.
Well, Terry Crews, he cried.
But Rachel Ray was pretty hot in her episode.
Okay,
I'll
that's
be
fair.
Right.
I'm not gonna debate that.
All right.
Damn. All right. So then, yeah, we have no idea about
So
Spitzbiak.
So exactly.
Spitz-
I have
Spitz-
the thing is, okay, so Walter Harris has real power, and especially in his left hand,
Mhm.
he's got real power with his left high kick. The problem is he almost never sets these things up, right? He just kind of throws them
Those
out
big
there.
ones.
He's
Okay.
like, ugh. He just does the one and done, and then he resets, and then it's like you're not gonna hit anyone good with that.
Yeah.
So I think if he can learn how to combo into a lot of his big hits, he'll go really far. A lot of his stuff is landing on
Do you
Andre
know
Arlovski.
anything about like his wrestling background, anything like that? He's just a striker.
He looks just like a big, strong
Yeah.
guy. You know, he hasn't really faced, I think, a lot of good wrestlers, but he looks pretty nice with the striking. He's a strong guy.
Did he ever fight Curtis Blades?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
But yeah. So other than that, what I'm really more concerned about, what I'm looking forward to more is whether or not he'll foul the fuck out of Sergey Spivak, because in Andre Arlovski's fight, he poked him in the eyes like three
Yeah,
times.
A couple times.
On the
man.
third time, the ref was like, "What the fuck?" Andre Arlovski was like, "Fuck, dude, ref," and the ref was like, "All right, hey, stop, enough."
Yeah.
And so he's pretty pissed about that.
So he's the Eddie Alvarez of
Yeah, he's like,
heavyweight.
it looks like he might be the Eddie Alvarez.
Fuck Eddie Alvarez.
So he's from Alabama.
He got knocked out too.
Exactly. Over at one.
Yeah, one.
Which apparently was like
first time.
talent, stacked. Apparently, because even DJ had like a hard fight.
Yeah, he did. Someone else who just went there, Yushin Okami, yesterday got knocked out.
Oh, really?
He was doing well in the first round. He was winning. He was
Yeah.
winning the fight, and he got knocked out in the second round. But
Dude.
still, man,
Age
that's
is no joke.
Damn, one championship.
One championship. Shout out to One Championship.
They're
Well,
bringing good fighters over there.
Soon we'll be covering their fights in the podcast.
Yeah, I'd do that.
Yeah.
They got nice with Singapore.
Well,
They've got hookups in
Yeah,
Japan.
we'll set up at 2 a.m.
We'll have all their viewers on.
Exactly.
The Kevins
Who
and
knew?
Francis's and Emmas of the world.
We'll make sure they wake up.
What else? Oh, I have to bring back from last week. We had we were not last week. Last
Last
podcast.
fight, yeah.
We had Israel Adesanya versus Kevin Gastelum.
That was an insane card.
Yes,
There's 2 mains.
and during our podcast, I'd said I don't know if either of them are both ready, and blah blah blah. I was wrong.
Dude.
I'm not going to be one of those guys that just doesn't ever admit that.
Yeah.
You know? That was the most
I am
amazing
never
fight.
wrong.
That was one of the most amazing fights of my life.
That was such a crazy
and all of them
fight.
are superheroes. I talk a
Yeah.
lot of shit about MMA
That was
fighters.
an
All of them,
amazing fight,
except
dude.
for Artem Lebov, are superheroes. Artem Lebov
Yes.
is the GOAT.
Is God.
So, he wins.
So, dude, that was an insane fight. I don't think anybody expected it to be such a barn burn like
That
that.
was crazy.
I think we expected either like Kevin Gastelum get the knockout or Israel to play it safe. But, dude, that was insane. That was such a level of just a high level striking and excitement. That's such a good fight.
That whole card was really, really good.
Yeah, that main event was no joke. Oh my god.
With Max, man.
Yeah, but ordered back to the lightweight division, in my opinion.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's in your opinion because I wish Max had won.
I like Max, but dude, but the fact
Dustin versus Khabib's gonna be great.
that's gonna be great. No, I'm sorry, Tony Ferguson versus Khabib. I don't know why they gave
Tony Ferguson's gonna have to fight one more time.
That's bullshit, dude. Why are you gonna get? He's the interim champ. You strip him, so this guy who hasn't fought in 2 years can come back and fight for the title, and then you make Tony Ferguson fight
That's bullshit.
for this bullshit main contender spot.
Yes.
And then you're gonna make him fight again when he was the interim champ. He should have fought Khabib like a year. Obviously they tried, but
yeah,
but that's wrong. But that's such
the thing,
bullshit,
like,
dude. Okay, I love Tony Ferguson now because you see him on Twitter like coming out of his mental health. He's like going to psychologist
really
today.
good.
I think it's really good getting the word out there. He's like, I went to a
especially
psychologist
for
today,
MMA fighters because people try to be hard asses and shit like that, and it's hopefully he's getting better and everything because that's really important. Especially.
Yeah, we love you, Tony. We love you.
Especially with all the damage you take, man. You gotta be careful with that.
No joke.
So we'll start with the one. What are we at? 145-pound division. We're gonna start with Cub Swanson for Shane.
Nice.
Burgos. I'm gonna go with
I'm
Burgos.
just gonna say Burgos
instead of Burgess.
Is it
sound
Burgess? Is there any E in there? Is there just O?
No, it's just Burgos.
Sounds like it's Shane Burgos.
And
Shane Burgos, you can always put your real name in the comments.
yes,
if you're here.
If you're here and listening. So straight up, I'm just going for Cub Swanson because I love Cub.
I love Cub, and I don't want to see him lose for the
four
fourth
in
time
a row.
It's gonna be a darn shame.
But this is his first kind of step down in competition. The Renato Moicano fight, that was pretty good. So his last fight was against Renato Moicano,
really
right?
promising up and coming.
Yeah, he's been doing really good. And he lost. Decision?
No, dude, I think didn't he get TKO'd?
Did he get TKO'd?
If he didn't get TKO'd, I know he got rocked. See, that's the thing is that I'm
so
worried.
He got rocked into it.
I'm worried because he got rocked in that fight, and Renato Moicano is not a power hitter, dude. He's this volume striker. He's very technical, picks his shot, but he's not a power puncher. So why are you getting rocked? Renato Moicano. I think it's a little worrying.
The timing, the timing could be okay with it. So
definitely, but
exactly. But he also got. How did he lose to Frankie Edgar? So he fought Renato Moicano. Frankie Edgar was before that.
Probably just. Frankie Edgar. Yeah, he decision. Remember, he outworked him in that fight. That was a really good performance for Frankie Edgar.
And then before that was Brian Ortega, which was the guillotine.
But he was winning and striking.
Snap! Right before that, he had just beat Artem Lobov.
Oh, wow.
The GOAT.
Man,
so,
not everyone can do that.
he can always come back.
Exactly.
Cub's great. What Cub always reminds me of is, honestly, Michael Johnson. Just fast hands.
Yeah.
Besides that, just a middle of the tier.
Yeah.
Top 15 guy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some of his fights, he's gone to war a couple times. Did he fight the Korean Zombie? He did fight the Korean Zombie a long time ago. Before the Korean Zombie fought Jose Aldo.
Right.
I'm going to look at this.
That's the thing is I'm excited because I think Cub Swanson, more than anything, he puts on an exciting fight. You know what I mean? He goes out there, he tries to strike really hard. Yeah. He has this, he tries different stuff. He tries to mix it up with his strikes, but more so than anything, he's exciting, which is what I'm looking for. This whole fight card's exciting.
It's just exciting, that's what I want to watch.
Exciting fight.
There's a fight we're missing right now. This giant heavyweight. It just looked like a giant man. I don't know what his name was.
Yeah.
But he just looked giant standing next to the person that he was going against.
Is his name Club Swanson?
Yes, it is. No, let's see who's on his record. Dustin Poirier, Jeremy Stevens, Frankie Edgar, Max Holloway, Du Ho Choi, Artem Lobov, Brian Ortega. Man. Oh, years ago he fought Donnie Walker.
What?
Close to Johnny Walker.
Oh, Donnie Walker.
Yeah, he lost to Jose, Chad Mendez,
Ricardo
Lamas. That's the thing, man.
He's the gatekeeper, I think, right now. It looks like a featherweight.
Yeah. Do you think they're going to give Frankie that title shot? They should.
What was Frankie's last fight even? Was it against Cub Swanson?
No, he beat Renato Moicano, maybe.
Did he win?
I forget. No, not Renato Moicano. I'll look it up. But what do you know about Shane Burgess?
Nothing. I hope you would know more about him.
Well, that's just fantastic because I didn't watch him either.
Yeah.
But he's what, 9-1?
I
What
was
does
like,
it say on
I
here?
literally watched the Walt Harris fight. I'm like, I'm sure Ryan will watch Shane Burgos.
I was thinking about watching it today, but instead I just rewatched the Kevin Lee Ally Quinta because that was so much more fun.
That was a good fight.
What is he? Shane is 28, 5'9", with a reach advantage. 5-inch reach advantage. God dang.
I think it's pretty good against Cub Swanson, because Cub Swanson's, mainly a striker, and
So if you're able to stay out of that range,
yeah,
nice and easy.
I think he does his best work in the kind of the mid boxing range. So if Shane Burgos can keep him at bay, I think that'll be good.
Well then, we'll go to the next one. We know more about the co-main event.
Sounds good.
Which is going to be Derek Brunson versus Elias Theodoro.
Exactly, the main event, the man with the best hair in the game, Elias Theodoro.
He's really fun to watch, but it's like he sets up a lot of his stuff just by throwing a ton of volume.
Yeah.
Not really even to knock him out ever.
Right.
Ever. Never throws anything like that. Maybe if his kicks sneak through and all that. But his last fight was Eric Anders, which he won by a decision just because he hit him more. I don't think he really even did more damage because he hit him more. But he throws out a ton of punches and he moves a lot. He's got a really good rhythm, which is like he when he's stepping back, he steps to the right twice, steps to the left twice, and then he tries to throw in whatever it is, punches, kicks, at like a very, very diverse collection of punches and strikes.
Yeah.
So there was when he was fighting Eric Anders, Brad Tavares. When he was fighting Brad Tavares, he threw some really good kicks to the body that just came out of nowhere.
Right.
You would not see. I feel the only way for him to land like knockouts is with those kicks to the head, because besides that, he's just kind of like throwing out punches into kicks, like 3 or 4 punch combos just to rack up volume and win rounds.
Yeah.
That's my only problem with Elias, because he's really fun to watch.
Yeah,
That fight style would be so much more fun to watch if it got
more
knockouts.
power.
If it had a little more
I
power.
feel you.
But he's stacked with muscle, so he can't add anything else.
I guess. I mean, Derek Brunson, I think the good thing is that. So I think Derek Brunson, the way he's I think if Derek Brunson is smart, he'll recognize that his wrestling's pretty good. So he'll try to take down Elias, and he'll try to control him, and he'll try to get out the decision win. But Derek Brunson has a pretty strong left straight. So I think if Derek Brunson...
he beat Cub Swanson.
Oh, who? Yeah, Frankie
Frankie
Yeah, it was
Edgar's
the last
last
fight,
fight
right? I
was
remember
Cub
watching
Swanson.
that, yeah. So I think that Derek Brunson... I think Elias Theodoro, if he can just keep his standing and if he can avoid takedowns and just, do what he does, I think he'll get the decision win. Otherwise, I think Derek Brunson, if Derek Brunson can take him down consistently or land that heavy left, I think he's going to take it, either by knockout or decision.
So, what are their records? Elias Theodoro is 16-2. Derek Brunson, I don't.
Records don't mean much to me, honestly. Records can mean anything.
They can mean anything.
Yeah.
But I think when you're able to keep that type of record and you've been in the UFC for a while, then it's more impressive.
Sometimes. Because it also depends on what's your level of competition.
Yes.
Mark Hunt's the classic example. Mark Hunt is like awful record. Like you look at his record,
I think
this
he's
guy
13-14 or 14-14.
Why is this guy fighting? And you look at it. His first fights were against these Fedor, just legends, dude, just the best, the cream of the crop.
He's never fought against someone who's below rank 15. He's just fought against the best.
Basically, he was fighting these guys, these guys who were just veterans. By the time most people were developing, getting into, he got into his prime when he was old. So people he's an old fighter. No, he got into his prime because that's just the way you get into your prime over a certain amount of fights.
So, but let's see. Elias has beaten.
Who has he beaten?
The Spartan. Oh, what a great nickname.
The Spartan.
He beat Eric Anders, Trevor Smith, Daniel Kelly. Daniel Kelly's a BJJ guy, I think, or judo maybe. He's from Australia.
Yeah.
Or New Zealand. Sorry, Kiwis or
Oceania.
I don't want to offend anyone. And his last loss was to Brad Tavares.
Okay.
Which
it was just.
Why?
Brad Tavares, because all of those,
because
he has a good record, but all of those guys, those are top. But I
Still,
think
Israel
Derek
Adesanya got
Brunson-
closer to beating Kelvin Gastelum than he did Brad Tavares.
Yeah, but I think Derek Brunson. Oh, Brad Tavares never had Israel in the kind
Never.
of danger that Kelvin
Never.
had him in.
Never.
And I think just Brad Tavares is not the same caliber of fighter that you see Derek Brunson's been able to,
True, Derek Brunson has gone
go
against
toe to
legends.
toe with.
Lyoto Machida.
Sometimes, yeah.
Did he fight Anderson Silva?
Yeah, I think he did. I think he
think
might have.
he-
I don't know if he
I
knocked
think
him
he
out.
lost.
I don't know if he lost one of the lost, but yeah, Derek Brunson. He's fought some he's fought some of the best guys around.
Let's see. His last loss was Israel Adesanya, which he
That
got
was a nasty
taken out
yeah,
of there real quick.
He looked out of his element in that fight. He
Then
really
before that, he lost to Jacare.
did. Right.
Then he had beaten Lyoto Machida. He had beaten Daniel Kelly, and he had lost to Anderson Silva.
Right.
Yeah, that Anderson Silva loss, though, honestly, I think he won it. I think he landed up more punches. I don't know how Anderson won that one. I think it's because it's Anderson Silva.
Sure.
But he's been in there with a ton of people. Robert Whitaker, Uriah Hall, Sam Alvey, Yoel Romero.
I think he
Chris
knocked out
Weidman.
Uriah Hall, didn't he?
He had lost to Jacare before. Did he knock out Uriah Hall? Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I mean, when he lands, man, he's good. But
No, he's got real power. He's got good, kind of pretty good wrestling.
and that's why I don't know. That's why I'm worried about it, because I'm going for Elias Theodorou. But
right. Me too. Because how
um,
could you not? I mean, they're so handsome.
he's really handsome. But I just don't think he couldn't take Derek Brunson out of there. I hope he proves me wrong, but
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
And his wrestling's okay, but Brad Tavares was able to go toe to toe wrestling with him.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. With
Yeah,
that.
no, but I give it to Derek Brunson. Either by like
You going with
second
Derek?
round, yeah, so either second round knockout or just decision.
This man's stupid.
Yeah, what? What's
What? All right, and then off to our main event,
Oh baby.
because we gotta wrap it up because these fights start in 2 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Not that we're gonna watch the first one. All right, so
Alright.
we have the most exciting fight.
This fight. The word on this fight is entertaining. It's just entertaining.
So we've got Al Iaquinta, Raging Al Iaquinta versus Donald Cowboy Cerrone. Cowboy is 36. Al is 32. Cowboy's 6'1" compared to the 5'6", 8.
5'6".
I was like, are you? That's why I said 5'6", and I was like, holy shit!
I
is he
Kinta, the
5'6"?
very small man.
the midget.
Why is he
155.
fighting at one? Voluntarily fights at what, welterweight?
Yeah,
lightweight.
155, and then Cowboy's got a 3-inch reach advantage.
Yeah.
Cowboy is, let's just go through it, all-time leader in wins in UFC
yeah,
history.
Dude, who doesn't love Cowboy?
All-time leader in finishes in
Uh-huh.
UFC history. All-time leader in post-fight awards
Exactly.
in UFC history.
An all-time
for
leader in my
Fight of
heart.
the night. And in everyone's heart.
Everyone's
and his
heart.
grandma is an
Exactly.
all-time leader. She comes into the ring and she's just amazing.
Exactly. Grandparents are the best.
And now he's got a little
Except for
baby
mine.
boy that he brought in, and
Exactly. Hunter. What was his?
Simba, his baby around.
Duke. I forgot his kid's name.
I don't know, but
But
he's a thrill seeker. He's an
Yes.
extreme sportsman. He goes cave diving, skydiving, anything.
scuba diving, wild man.
And he just loves fighting. He fights all the time.
Yeah.
Literally as soon as he can fight again, every 2 or
Yeah.
3 months he's fighting. Which is why I think he hasn't been able to get through the ranks and win a championship.
Maybe, yeah.
Because
oh.
he fought Benson Henderson in 2008 or 9 for
Sure.
a championship.
Sure, I was like 10 years old or something.
How crazy is that?
12 years old.
And he's continued to fight that often since then. And that's the
Yeah.
thing. He'll win 2, then he'll lose 2, then he'll win 1,
Yeah,
and then he'll lose 1.
I mean, the thing is also he's just fighting such a talent-stacked division, and lightweight is so you can lose or win to any. Like
Well,
it's such a good division.
He went to welterweight.
Yeah, which still
so-
is really stacked.
Yeah, it is. And he fought Alex
Hernandez.
Oliveira.
Oh yeah, Cowboy. Did he fight the Cowboy
Did he
Oliveira?
I don't know if he fought Cowboy Oliveira.
That's Alex Oliveira. I mean, he fought a lot of
He
guys.
fought the guy that's in with in Hawaii.
Yancy Medeiros.
Yancy Medeiros.
Yeah.
He fought Yancy Medeiros, and they were friends, and
Yeah.
that was a crazy knockout. He knocked out Yancy Medeiros, went on to Mike Perry after that.
Oh, was that his last fight before Mike Perry?
Yeah, he fought
Okay.
Yancy Medeiros, Mike Perry.
Didn't he get knocked out by Leon Edwards before he fought Mike Perry?
Oh, was that right before?
I think it might have been.
He didn't get knocked out. It was a decision.
He lost. I know he lost.
But Leon Edwards did take him.
Yeah.
So then we had Yancy Medeiros, Leon Edwards, Mike Perry, who he beat by a submission armbar, and then which
Alex
was a really
Hernandez.
fun
Yeah,
armbar.
it was
And
fun.
then he came back to 155
awesome.
and whooped on Alex Hernandez,
Hell
which was
yeah.
great because that guy was a little
Satisfying.
piece of shit.
Yeah.
But he's fighting Raging Ally Aquinta, who went 5 rounds with Khabib.
Yeah, well, yeah, he did. But honestly, so here's the thing. I think that, number one, Khabib, he has a discipline problem where he's like, well, if I
Yeah.
don't want to take this guy down.
No.
I want to try to beat him standing.
Exactly.
And then he does that. But I think if he tried to,
I
had
think-
really good takedown defense. But I think that if Khabib really committed, he would have just like taken down.
But he can do that to
maybe.
any person. in
Maybe,
that position.
yeah. Maybe we're not giving Al enough credit. Maybe we're giving Khabib
Because-
too much credit.
Well, so I just think that's a testament to how good Khabib is.
Yeah,
because
he is.
they went. That was a week, not even a week notice, like 3 or 4 days notice
Yeah.
for the championship
It's
fight.
like 2 days. Something.
He was fighting a striker, and then he instead fought Habib.
Yeah.
So that's a big change for him. Habib is definitely the best ground and pound artist right now.
Best grappler.
Grappler, yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin Lee got 4 out of 6 takedowns on Tony
Yeah.
Ferguson. I mean, not on Tony Ferguson. Kevin Lee got 4 out of 6 takedowns on Ally Aquinta.
Right.
And a similar thing happened where Habib the first couple of times got him on the takedowns. And then maybe because he stopped trying as hard and just was like, I'm going to stand up,
Maybe.
which he does.
Yeah.
He did it against Conor. In round 3, he was like,
Yeah.
I'm just going to stand up and fight this guy. Like, Habib just stood there and was like, let's go, one for one. Habib still outstruck Ally Aquinta when they were standing.
Right.
But Al, as the fight goes on, I think he kind of like figures it out. He's very, very smart with that.
Yeah.
With
So it's real estate.
yeah, he sells real estate, man.
So smart.
When he was fighting Kevin Lee, which was an amazing fight,
Ooh,
and
that
he
was such a good
almost
fight.
knocked him out at the end.
Yeah. Dude, that
In the
was a
5th
crazy
round,
fight.
with like a minute left, he was just unloading, just shot after
Yeah.
shot. He's got a really good step back, right hand over top. And I think that, I don't know, man. It's just an entertaining fight. It's so hard to choose
such
between
a
him
good
and
fight
Cowboy.
because they're both such busy fighters. I will say one thing though. I think on the feet,
Cowboy's gotta have it.
Ayakinta they have a chance. On the ground, Cowboy's taking it. You know, he's got the submission game. I think he has the
Yes.
grappling know-how.
Yeah.
I think he has really good defense,
But-
grappling wise. But I think on the ground, if it gets to the ground, if it stays on the ground for any prolonged period of time, I think it's going to go to Cowboy.
I know Cowboy's really good on the ground.
His submission game is
and his
slick.
Yes, but I mean, dude, Raging Al trains with Matt Serra. Matt Serra schooled.
Everyone trains with somebody. You know,
I know
great.
everyone trains with someone, but Matt Serra puts a lot of effort into the BJJ.
He does. He's really good at
And
it.
and if you're able to stop Kevin Lee's takedowns, and you're able to stop Habib's takedowns,
Right.
I think that's impressive. in
I think
itself.
that's a fair point. I think,
And Cowboy's takedowns are not that good.
I agree.
They're not bad, but
You're right.
when he submitted Mike Perry
Took him to
tried to take him
yeah,
down.
Yeah, I agree.
Every
You're
time
right.
Cowboy tried to take down Leon Edwards, he couldn't. But that's a different weight class. 170 is big
Yeah.
for Cowboy. He's a 165.
he's going to be bigger than Al going in.
Yeah.
Because and that's important when it comes to grappling.
Yeah. But my favorite thing about Cowboy is his combinations.
Dude,
He-
Muay Thai.
He sets up and has some of the best
Yeah.
combinations in the UFC.
Yeah.
Because it's not about like his one punch power. Like he's not just gonna step back counter you and you're gonna get knocked out, which he can do. But who he beat? Someone Shane Ricks. I'm not gonna remember the guy's name, but that 4-punch combo where he went head,
body.
The Rick Story.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Body
That was
again.
a nasty knockout.
So he went to the head. So he hit him in the face. He covered up to the head.
Mhm.
Went to the body. Body
Yeah.
again to bring both arms down while turning away. So he leaned this way, straight into a head kick.
Dude, yeah, that was
beautiful.
and I love it because Cowboy, he's not reinventing the wheel here. You know, he's not coming out. He's not, Anthony Pettis off the kicking off
cage.
the
Yeah,
cage.
yeah.
He's just like this is like basic, classic, just good. Just really tight.
Stay in the
More-
pocket.
yeah,
keep
stay
it
in the
going.
kickboxing. So I think on the feet, that's what I'm saying. On the feet, it can really go either way. On the ground, I think it's Cowboys. On the feet, Cowboy can still just like win.
I think Cowboy
Just
can
hit
still
just-
win.
Yeah, knock him out even.
But that's why Al's always surprised me with that one. I
No,
thought
he's
I
really
thought
good,
I
striking.
thought Kevin Lee would have a closer striking, like they'd be similar to each other. But
Yeah.
Al kind of didn't wipe the floor with him. But Al started taking over.
No, yeah, he took
with the
over
stiff
that
jab
fight.
and that right hand over the top.
Kevin Lee
So-
couldn't take him down.
That's where I'm worried for Al, which I want Al to win because
Really?
I love Al.
I love both of them. So I
do.
can never root against Cowboys, but
It's-
I love
I can't
Al,
root
so
against Cowboy.
I think I
but
like.
I can
we-
bet against him.
I hate I hate to see them both lose. Wish, but
gonna happen.
maybe we'll get a draw. I don't know. Majority draw. Back
but
in the days.
when Cowboy fought Robbie Lawler, the thing is, Cowboy will wait for you to throw your first big punch. That's gonna, that you get to sit on, that you get to plant and actually put some force behind. He'll wait for that punch, and then as soon as you start to move, is when he advances with all of his combinations.
Right.
If he does that with Al's right hand over the top, if he can draw out that right hand that comes over,
Mhm.
if he can draw that out and immediately start throwing, Al's got a really, really nice short left hook. But I think Cowboy's got to be better in that department.
I don't know.
And he looks reinvigorated. Like he looks like he's actually trying to come for the belt.
Cowboy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Which
you're
is
saying.
something before he,
Yeah.
he was like, I just love fighting and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah, I mean, that's what he was saying is like, well, I don't want to be just the people's champion, which I don't agree with. I mean, I don't know.
No, because that's Yoel Romero.
That's an awesome. No, I mean, that's an awesome title to have.
It is, but that's Yoel Romero. 305.
Sure.
305 till I die.
35 till that. Yoel Romero. I love you.
I love
But,
you.
Te amo, brother. But fucking. Yeah, dude, he's but yeah, he's. People are like, I read an article the other day. It was titled, "Is Cowboy the champion material?" I'm sorry, I don't see Cowboy beating Khabib in like any
No.
universe.
Oh, no.
I really just don't.
I don't, but that's the problem, man. I don't see really anyone beating Khabib.
Well, I mean, that's a whole other thing. But I
That's
really,
a
because
whole
I
nother
don't.
thing.
Maybe
But
Dustin
out of
Poirier
all of
or
them-
Tony Ferguson.
I think out of all of them right now, Dustin's got the best chance.
Yeah.
Second, Tony Ferguson.
I'd say even Tony Ferguson has a better chance
Then Dustin?
because his jiu-jitsu is just so slick. He's
It
just so
is.
creative. He's
Yes.
just so, even Khabib says that too. He says, well, Tony, this is the only guy for me. He's very creative,
Creative.
very unorthodox. Wild.
Exactly.
Anything can happen. He's a scramble based. Complete. Contrast to Khabib's control.
But I
wrestling
just
based.
don't think that. I don't think Tony has enough of like. He's got pretty okay stand up, but he keeps his chin up. That's not stand up you really need to be super worried about. You've got to
Right.
be worried about the elbows when you're coming in, or
Yeah.
random crazy shit he does because he's crazy
Yeah,
as fuck.
dude, anything. He'll
He's-
roll
he's
into
crazy.
you. He'll roll into you to set up like a leg lock.
But
He's crazy.
I just man, when it's come to like, no matter how good the person has been in BJJ, no matter what they've tried to do, no one has been able to do anything about it once they're on the floor.
No.
The only
yeah.
person, Connor held out for a little bit, and
Yeah.
Al held out for a little bit.
Yeah.
Other than that, and Gleison Tebow stopped it.
Like, listen to
Gleison
a
Tebow.
lot of people say he won that fight.
The people's champ.
One fight on one loss.
One
in
loss
Khabib's.
on
Was
Khabib's
it 26-1?
26 and
26-1. I think it's 27 and 0.
27 and
Really
0.
26
It's not
and 1.
26 and 0.
Because Gleison Tebow.
Gleison Tebow did beat him.
But
Cowboy and Al, with this fight, Cowboy is number 8 or 12. Don't know.
maybe
And
like lightweight.
Al's number 4 right now
Is
after the
he?
win over
I guess he
Kevin
beat Kevin Lee. Yeah,
he
that
beat
was,
Kevin
that
Lee.
was serious.
So he beat Kevin Lee, moved up to 4. If he wins this, I think they're gonna do Al, Tony, or
Dude, fuck that. All I want to see. Give me.
I know, but
Tony.
you're not getting it.
Give me Tony.
Khabib's not gonna give it to
Dustin
him.
Poirier, I love you, man. You need to like go injure your elbows, take a long vacation, let them duke it out, and you can come back and fight for whoever wins that.
They're not. Khabib's not gonna let Tony. Khabib got robbed so many times of his chance to fight for the title that he doesn't give a fuck. He got injured when he was gonna fight for it, so they were like, okay, no, you have to fight again.
I need to see.
Then he came back and they were like, no, you have to fight again, and he fought Edson Barbosa.
Yeah.
And then they were like, oh, by
No,
the way,
they've-
you gotta fight
They've
again.
completely dicked Khabib.
And they've
dicked
Tony.
So if you guys can get together, battered housewives of UFC and get together and just fight each other, because you guys, I think they're the best opponents for each other.
But now you have so many people set up in this division.
Yeah.
So you've got,
stacked.
if Cowboy wins this, Cowboy should try to fight Connor.
I'd love that fight.
That's gotta
too.
be it.
Love that fight. Even when he's retired.
Yeah. I think he came out of retirement.
I don't know.
I think he came out. So we've got Habib, number 1, Dustin Poirier.
Yeah.
Number 2 is Tony Ferguson.
Number 1, Tony Ferguson, interim champ, in parentheses, Dustin
But
Poirier.
he's not.
But he is, even though I love him. Tony Ferguson is the real number 1 contender.
And then who's right after that? Oh my God, we've got Justin Gaethje is up there.
That's a fight.
Justin
Gaethje
Gaethje could beat
and he could beat
Khabib.
Khabib. He's so good.
Justin Gaethje.
He's
would
unbelievably
be,
good. He's
I
like
think is the best.
he's like a savant. I don't know. He's just so, I don't know. You see him. All his game is just so, it's good. It's just that's
It's
the only way
good.
to describe it. It's good.
I
And
want to
it's
see
improving.
that wrestling versus Habib. I want if
Yeah.
Habib can take down Justin Gaethje.
I think he can.
I think he
to
can.
Be fair,
I think Habib can take down anybody.
but I think
man.
Justin Gaethje has the best power, the best just like style to match up
yeah,
against
yeah.
Khabib. I think
Because
that's the
he
best.
can take the boxing.
Style wise,
that
I
knockout
think
power.
I think style wise it's the most dangerous fight for Khabib. That or maybe Tony Ferguson. Even though we saw Kevin Lee control Tony Ferguson,
Yeah, that was
he
the
got
bad.
him with that triangle.
Yeah,
But I don't know. There's a lot of factors, but I think like other than Tony Ferguson, Justin Gaethje is probably maybe the best answer to Khabib.
and one of these two people are going to be up there too.
Yeah.
Al and Cowboy. The winner of this is pretty close to a title
Yeah,
shot.
they are actually.
I think with Al, I think with both of them, they're at least going to need one more.
Yeah, no, without a doubt. Just the thing is, there's so
but
many contenders at the top.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Right now, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Is you have so many people set up. So Habib could fight Dustin. Well, they are going to fight. Habib's going to fight Dustin, and that's next. Right after that, he could fight Tony Ferguson because Tony Ferguson deserves that shot.
I just need to see
right
Tony
after
Ferguson
that,
fight soon.
Justin Gaethje's got to fight, and
Yeah,
then
dude.
Al's there, and
Just
it's a fun division.
Dude, it's
155 is great,
one of the best times in that division's history. The
Yeah.
best fighters of all time. in this
and we
division's
finally
history.
have us moving along. And
Finally.
this is just
Finally,
another step.
Go fuck yourself, Connor.
Another step.
Even though I like your fighting style, I want to see you fight more. Just
Yeah,
don't
just
hold up divisions.
Don't be a little piece of shit anymore,
Yeah.
you fucking loser.
And
Who do you have winning?
that's
This fight?
Yeah, who you bet on?
Ow.
He's not the underdog, is he?
I think so. I
Is
think
he?
they're well. I think they're even. I think it's like
Oh.
125 or even.
I see that.
Yeah, man. I really like Al because
No, I
he's
love
straight
Al.
up.
Yeah,
He's straight up.
cool
He
guy.
said, what did he say after a fight? He went to war with someone.
He went to
and
war with
they-
the crowd. He's
and-
like, "You booing
yeah,
me?
they
You
booed
go
him.
fuck yourself. You're booing me."
You're booing me?
Yeah, fuck you, dude. Love that guy.
Fuck you!
How
I
can you not
left
love
my
that guy?
heart in here.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's great, and Cowboy's great too. But
Can't root against either of them.
when it comes to money, Al is a sturdy motherfucker. So if Cowboy can't take him out there, I think he's gonna. Cowboy gets better as the fight goes on too. Man,
true. I don't know.
there's too much going on in
Too
this
much,
fight,
and
and they're too
This
close.
card started 15 minutes ago, so let's wrap it up.
Yeah, yeah. All right, guys. UFC 151 started 14 minutes ago. The good fights will probably be at around. No, they're all
They're
going to
all
be great.
good
They're all
fights.
going to be great.
Come on.
But the ones we've talked about will probably start at around like 9:15.
Yes.
Um,
Walt Harris is probably up next.
Yeah.
Or if not, unless he's fighting right now.
Yeah. No, he's we got at least 10 more minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, 8:30.
Yeah.
And then we've got the rest of them. When's the main event probably going to be? Probably, what, like 9:45, 10?
10,
10, 10 would be the earliest probably, unless they're all knockouts or something. But that's your UFC 151.
All right. Thank you guys so much. We love you.
Brawls and Brews.
Brawls and Brews.